Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Never Group podcast where, fun fact, none of us here have ever been grouped. I am joined here by my goats, Cloudsy, Halcyon, and Perusia. Hey, guys. What's up?
Hey.
Hey.
Never grouped. Might change after.
Okay, so why don't put that into the air. Don't put that into the air. Well,
maybe grouped.
Maybe grouped. As Sam might have just spoiled, we'll be doing the Game Changers Stage 2 OQ3 power rankings, or like what we think the teams are gonna be and how groups are gonna go. Obviously, as you can see, some of these groups, basically everyone in the top, only 3 teams, so not too hard, but at the same time not the easiest, especially the spiders. But we'll talk about that later. And then down here at the bottom, everyone normal groups, everything is chilling on that end. But why don't we start with the good old Group A, the Spiders, Rojo GC, and Los Chudles. Interesting name.
I think this group is like it's like really random.
It's hard. I'll say that.
It's hard. Like that's what I mean. It's random. I think first seed is pretty obvious. I think it will be Spiders.
Like this
Spiders is like it's Zori, Bunny B, Cal Sushi, Nora. Like that alone, I think you could say is like a first seed.
That is an easy one. If this team doesn't make it out, something really bad has to happen.
Like they actually,
I think that could be the only thing that goes like poorly for them is they lose a map because of like Max Passion.
Yeah.
I think that might be it. Like you'll see a Max Passion map out of one of those two teams, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But 2 and 3, I think, is in there for sure.
It's in the air.
What's the Rosso roster
the
completely?
Rosa
it's
GC
Oppie,
roster, Shiny,
Gerald,
Vex,
Noli.
Yeah.
Is Vex? So it's Vex, Noli, Oppie, and Gerald Shiny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I know this roster's been grinding, so I don't want to like hard write them off. But
Los Chudles
has some gamers, and especially what I'm looking at mainly is Catboy Gaming 42, #CCC, and Cutasa.
Cutasa, right?
Because I was thinking, our Swiss hard carry really had there's 4 chuds on their back, right? But what if you could take one of those chuds and make them into cute Asa? And then I think maybe we wouldn't have gone 2 and 4 in Swiss.
Hey,
Suki and Chompy have both borne the burden of being the all-star carry individual in Swiss for rosters I've been on.
Yeah.
One of which had a little bit more help than the other, but I digress. I think this roster is very sleeper in the sense that there's just 2 people who are Thanos.
Yeah.
If they choose to be Thanos.
Yeah.
I think Chip's also a pretty good caller. Right?
Yeah, I don't know much about Chip. Chip is like my only unknown on this roster. They're not. Are they the Star Side Aki person? I don't know who that is. I'm assuming that's Chip.
I don't know.
Don't know.
It's Chip though. It is Chip, and then Chip, Chompy, Cutasa, then Jid and May.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this team should not be a 3 seed in a 3-team group.
Yeah,
I don't think
From
so
what I've
either.
heard, they don't account kickoff, which is why Chompy, Chompy and Cutasa were both in kickoff main event.
Yeah.
But they don't include that.
But still,
it should.
But still,
right.
Not even kickoff. Like that aside, it's like they both have good performances outside of kickoff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think calling 2 or 3, like no matter which one we go, it feels wrong.
Right.
Yeah, it's literally just on the day thing.
Because Rosa's always like, I think Rosa is one of those teams where like event to event they've been improving.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'd say in terms of just like, okay, purely firepower, it was like it is an upgrade, I think, like Noli Napi. So I definitely don't see them being worse. They were 3 seed in OQ2.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but
Chompy
I-
could also on one team though. Like you could.
That's
That's
it's
hard.
tough. And like
Yeah.
Chip's an unknown. Like the only thing I know of Chip is that they were like low key
They
baiting
used
me
to
in the
play.
10 mans I played
Oh,
earlier.
shit. Awkward.
All right. All right.
Like rightfully so, but like at the same time, I don't know. My biggest concern, and I'll get to this with another one of my former teammates, is that Nully is a great gun. The only problem is the second Nully's mental implodes, I don't want them as a teammate anymore.
Hmm.
Is that fair to say? Like,
yeah.
I'll explain this later. I think Nully's a wonderful player, but the second Nully gets in her own head and is starting to verbalize it, it's bad. Because it's one of those things where it's like, you know how you'd have the teammate who's like giving you the tilt calm before the actual calm? It's that kind of thing. And you'll start to, I know that's going to rub off on other players. And I know Oppie, at least from what I've heard, it hasn't had the greatest mental in certain team environments. Maybe this is a more like lax, hands off, like whatever happens kind of thing. So maybe it's, a different Oppie we're seeing. But I don't know. Like, I'm not saying, this isn't to say like either of them are rage monsters. It's just like, yeah, if they get tilted, it definitely affects the team environment.
Right.
Yeah.
That's funny you say because Oppie's name on Valorant was literally Rage Monster at one point.
Yeah, I was
but
about
then
to
you have this seems like a vibes team, if I'm being so honest.
Right. I hear you.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've never how do I explain? I've never gotten actually mad with Chompy as a teammate.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
That's fair.
I've never gotten actually mad with
There's-
Suki as a teammate. Actually, that's not true. There was a counteracting there, but I won't get into
shit.
that.
Oh,
Suki was
Oh,
my
shit.
teammate, but Luna 1 was also my teammate. So what can I do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sorry, no shade. No shade. I love Luna 1, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
But I make jokes, but I think it's gonna depend on mental, who shows up that day, and I don't know. I think depending on how much effort Rosa's put in, it could be close.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I have some insider info of how like Chud has been doing. They've been doing pretty good, so I'm not gonna lie, I just have to hand it.
You want to give
Chud.
Los
Okay.
Chud less the 2 and then Rosa
Yeah.
the 3? Okay.
Yeah, obviously I don't want to leak their scrims, but I've seen some things.
Yeah.
They're looking pretty good.
Sam, you got anything?
Yeah, I think this Chud will be second. 3-team groups are ass.
That's true.
And it's not
That's
not
true.
anybody's fault. It's just how the cookie crumbled. It's so cute.
Yeah.
But it's like, I think if you put Rozo in most other groups, they would get out. I think.
Yeah.
That's
No,
fair.
maybe not most, but if you put them in a different group, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you give them like actual,
Yeah.
like, yeah. So
In all fairness, this group is hard.
yeah,
Like
this-
it's
Yeah.
this
easily the
group
hardest
is-
group in the event.
Yeah, I think Group A is like really bad. Bad in terms of like you can't predict it. Like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's gonna be on the day thing. If Rozo don't tilt, then it wouldn't be a surprise. But if Los Chelas make it over Rozo, then everyone's like, okay, it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Group B. Himmers, Viva La Divas, and Catnappers. Interesting.
Well,
there's some rumors that Himmers might not be even playing.
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, good
Yeah.
times.
Well,
Good
we can't
times.
go into. I don't like. I don't.
I
know
won't
why.
get
Go
into it
into
because
it.
I don't know. Some people, I don't know. We talked
yeah.
briefly in passing about it earlier,
Mhm.
and it sounds like some of us kind of know, but nobody really
It's
knows.
not
It's
public.
just
The
the
info
It's not
isn't.
public.
The info also
Yeah.
isn't even confirmed, by the way. So
Nobody
so
knows.
I don't
but
know. Like, there's some rumors that Himmers aren't even playing.
I don't even know what the full roster was.
I
Is the
have no
thing.
idea.
I
I
do.
never knew. I never knew. I knew like some of the core people on it, but I never knew what the full roster
Himmers
was. So
is
I don't-
supposed to be
Okay.
Colby, Sia, Sin,
Uh-huh.
Yuhan, and Enui.
Oh,
Okay.
That was
Okay.
supposed to be
That's
the
a good.
roster.
That's
So
a
they
good
would be
roster.
they
Yeah.
would be first seed if they play.
yeah.
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 Okay. I think they'll play, but they'll find a sub. They'll be fine.
yeah.
I'm not worried.
If anything.
Either
I think
way,
that,
that's
like,
still
no matter
that's
what
still
happens. No matter what happens, they'll make one seed. Wait, who are the
Yeah.
other teams in the group?
Viva La
Catnappers
Divas
and Viva La
Catnappers.
Divas.
Who is
Where-
on Viva Divas? Wait, let me see.
Can I be so
Viridescent,
honest?
Chloe, Soleil, Cert. Wait,
Certipix.
Certipix and
I
Avril.
Avril.
Been
recognize
a long time.
2 of these names, maybe a third if it's the same Chloe. I recognize.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
I've seen the name before, but I don't know half these players very
That's
well.
fair. I know
So-
Certipix. I've known Certipix for a long time, actually. I've known them longer than FAGC.
Oh wow.
They're pretty decent. Also, I know April. April's been playing for a decent bit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. But I personally trialed with Catnappers when they were 4 out of 5 looking for one more. And they were looking pretty good. I've also played against them a decent bit of times in scrims. And I'd say they've definitely improved from their OQ2 form. They've also, from what I've seen, like coming from the off season to now, or like not off season, in between OQs to now, they have upgraded their roster a decent bit. So
Mhm.
I think this is just a gun diff
It's just
for
It might be
Catnappers.
experience diff too.
Experience diff. Yeah,
It might be. I mean, like, I haven't seen enough from those players. They could be great. Like, we talked about Certipix, you talked about Avril. Like, I've seen the names around. I haven't seen anything
Right.
super crazy results-wise out of them.
right.
So,
I just think if you're gonna,
and then-
if you're in like a lower, if you're in like a lowers match, map 3 to make it out, who are you trusting? A team that's like been there before, or like a bunch of unknowns that maybe haven't gone
Really-
through it before? Because I know if you on Viva La Divas, Lay or Soleil, she was
Soleil.
on Evolutions, and it's like, you know, Infamous like they went map 3 with YDZ at the time, and then map 3 was just a shit show. Like everything was falling apart. It was not competitive,
Yeah.
and it's like
yeah.
like you could blame that on like no map pool, but it's like, you know, if you've shown me once
Yeah.
already that like you're prone to just like doing bad on a map 3, it's like, can I trust you in a high pressure elim match to keep it going?
I don't want to say not to denounce like the fact that they took us to 3 maps in that series. Like, by no means did they play bad. We just played worse at those times.
You
It
could
just wasn't-
agree, yeah.
It's just once it was the I think it's one of those, they're a team that could catch you on like a weird off moment, or like if it's a roster that's really hasn't figured out, like hasn't really played together. And it's like a sneaky win kind of deal. Like they'll catch you with your pants down kind of deal.
Right.
This Catnappers roster though, I want to look at. I mean, I think the fact that they're a 3 seed seems a bit
Is it a little
crazy,
odd?
but
Yeah.
that seems a little odd, especially considering that this used to be a main event team, at least with like just Catnappers in general used to be a main event team. I think just to speak again on like former teammate, Amy has that same. It's different than Nully. Amy just gets quiet, and I really hope that this is an environment that Amy thrives in. That's uppy, by the way. I think Amy's like, if Amy's thriving in this environment, this team clears.
Yeah, she's a fucking shooter, by the way.
If Amy's happy, this team is the greatest team in this. Like, I don't know. I don't want to say all that.
I also want to talk on
Amy will gun people down like no tomorrow.
I also want to talk on wait, there's 2 players I want to talk on. Wait, no, there's only one I'm tripping. For the Shushi, she was obviously in Swiss before. I think it was fucking artificial intelligence, yeah. Like last OQ or 2025.
right.
So she has a lot of experience,
she has
I think.
experience.
Right.
Yeah.
So I do think this is just kind of like an experience in like gun death, to be honest.
Fair play.
I don't think
I
there's
also
much
think-
else to say.
And Oz has been around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I also just think that I think we could all agree that it's Catnappers too.
Yeah.
But I think if it's gonna get puggy, when I look at the Catnappers roster, this is just purely speculation. I just think of like double duel. I'm gonna be in your face, and I think that's kind of what they want.
I think in 10x, that's what
I've seen. I saw because you mentioned that you trialed for MK, and I remember playing them once when I think I was trialing for Empire, and we kind of like gave them the belt a little bit.
But they were in your face.
They were in your face. And they figured it out. Like
fast.
I think I saw that scoreboard that like K sent like a scoreboard at some point or something. I don't remember what it was. Someone showed me a scoreboard. It might not have been K, but it was of a catnappers like them playing, and they were like, "I just got fucking worked by Amy
Oh yes,
Damey,"
yeah,
and
I was posted on Twitter. I think.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
yeah, I forget who it was, but someone like it was basically them giving them the work, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay, maybe they figured it out. Maybe they fixed
Right?
it."
Mhm.
Right. I don't remember who it was. But either way, like I don't know.
Yeah,
I think the team
it's gonna-
shouldn't be a
yeah.
3 seed. I think they should be flipped.
Yeah.
And it should kind of go by seeding.
It's
but
the bad of.
I hope Viva La Divas
makes
prove
it
me wrong,
competitive.
I guess. I hope they make it competitive. I hope nothing's a stomp. All I can hope for is good.
I mean, there's a world that Himmers doesn't even play and both make it out.
Yeah, so I put
that would
the
be really
question mark.
that
That'd
would
be really funny.
Really funny.
Dude,
Yeah.
Himmers doesn't play. They both just make it out AFK for the whole day tomorrow. Like I don't know. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Easiest get out of group situation.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Guys, I made it out of
saying.
groups.
2-0 out of
Yes.
groups. Flawless
Yeah.
star matches. They didn't play. Anyways, Group C: Mass Treasure, Project Butterfly, and Exo's Violets.
Can
Butterfly.
we check who's on Project Butterfly? I don't know.
Yes,
I think that's like the other half of the AI core.
Project
I
Butterfly.
Yeah,
Okay.
like IRL Femboy and Phantasmagoria. That's
Yeah.
Soshi.
In Annex.
Like that's that's like another half of the AI core.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't. The issue with Battlefly is like they don't have like updated
tags.
names.
Yeah.
So it's like I
you gotta,
could say I don't recognize by here,
Yeah.
but like it's another situation where it's like they're experienced, like
Mhm.
they've been in like pressure situations, like they've made
Yeah.
Swiss, stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you go back to the groups, just to like, I guess start us off. I think if you don't have Mass Treasure making it out first,
You're crazy.
whoever's doing it, I think you're crazy.
Yeah.
Like they did
Mhm.
have 2 roster changes that have like already been announced by the players,
Yeah.
so I could say it. So it's like it's Rena and Kindred, formerly known as Vienna.
Hmm.
I just think if you don't have them making it out first,
You're a
like
little crazy.
you're kind of
Yeah.
insane. Like you keep the core of 3 of like Swerve, Zoe, Snowy, and like all of them
Yeah.
can shoot. It's like maybe you could question if they're doing like role swaps and stuff. I'm pretty sure Rena is the caller for that team.
Yes.
Yeah,
we
big
just
Swerve on-
Disney.
Swerve on-
Yeah.
Big Swerve on Sova.
Yeah, so like you could maybe be like, oh, you know, like what about the changes of their roles and whatever.
Right.
Where's my
But-
Swerve Neon?
But still, I think it's just like the fact that you keep a core, and then I would say maybe not like an upgrade directly to Parker, but you kind of have like an IGL
Yeah.
who's just down to call on whatever, and Rena's like pretty flexible in what she plays.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I know at least Rena and Snowy are hardworking, so
Yeah.
you know, I'm sure that they'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
They
think
should
they'll be
make Swiss.
fine.
If they don't make, I'll say it now. If they don't make Swiss, it's a disappointment.
I agree.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Like
I agree.
This
Fair play.
this
Yeah.
team's expectation is to make Swiss.
Yeah.
Bro, I tapped
my
in Valor
opinion.
one time. They were like 21-1 scrims.
Yeah.
Holy.
Sorry,
Yeah.
dudes.
Good ass
My
team.
fault. My
Exo's
fault.
Violet. I do think
I
there's
think,
a tweet announcing Exo's Violets.
Yeah,
Go
they're
ahead, though.
announced
What
now,
you-
and I'm with the idea that they're another sneaky team because like it's a different roster than the one that I lost to. Again, we could get into the why of that, but they're like there are a couple of these rosters that are like the sneaky kind of like if a team doesn't have their shit together, they will just like capitalize on that. And in the
Right.
past, like this roster had Beagle, and I guess they've kind of replaced that with Zev.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I would say is like an equivalent level of firepower.
Right.
So
But we don't know the
we'll see.
intangibles.
But yeah, we don't know. We don't
They
know
also
what.
play. I think they also have like an actual initiator player. So I think
Okay.
before they're always struggling with like finding an initiator. I think that's what MJ is there for.
Yeah.
Like she's
Yeah.
kind of there.
Yeah.
This team, I think, on like a good day, these are the things about 3-team groups. It's like you just need to have a good series and like to make it out, and
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you'll just like make it out because it's a 3-team group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I could definitely see this team upsetting Project Butterfly. I do think this team scrims a lot from what I've like heard and seen. Like every time I look on Prac, I see them like scrimming pretty much. So like I think it's really just like who's okay. Is this team's mental like gonna be okay if like stuff goes wrong?
Yeah.
Like at least from I don't think they'll play the exact same, but at least when I watched the AI team in Swiss and like even the qualify, they're not afraid to just play like slow and work the map and all that stuff. So it's like, is this team gonna be proactive enough to, you know, re-clear, get on top of all of it? Like, what comps are they running? Because at least, I mean, from the pickups, it looks like a double duelist team.
Right.
Think so.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like because
yeah.
Luxley plays duelist, and then I always
Zev.
will see Zev as a duelist.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like I'm thinking it's double duel, and then like who's your smoke? Is it Historia or is it Emmy? And then the other one's probably playing Senti.
Yeah.
And then who's calling? Because like people call different.
Doria JC?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
then we
I
don't.
know
then
they
I
call.
truly don't know because that's 3 duelist players I'm looking at. So maybe it's
Yeah.
Zev on smokes. Like I don't know, but then you have I think Emmy Senti, Zev smokes, MJ,
At least from when I saw
MJ,
MJ's
Icon.
playing
Initiator,
like,
and then you
yeah.
have Luxley, JC. I don't know. We'll see.
At least when
We'll see.
I saw them play with a different roster, I think Historia was playing like
Sentinel, I think.
Smoke and Senti. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they'll probably just play what's needed, but still.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
I think this is a team where it's like you run into them on a bad day and they could make like an upset.
Yeah.
Yep.
A bad day being like this team is playing good, like because they have shooters. It's just like
I think if this team meshes really well and they're just kind of like finding their footing, then
Yeah.
they'll make it happen.
yeah.
And I know Mech is very good at like I don't want this to sound mean. It's gonna
Oh God.
I think I don't know if Mech is the most strategic mind when it comes to being a head coach. And that's speaking from an outside perspective. They haven't been my coach. I just like I don't know. It's hard to be like it's hard for me to go to see someone as a player and then they go to the coaching slot and expect it to be a 1-to-1, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I hear
Yeah. Yeah.
And so what I do know is that Mech has experience as an IGL and they're good at like organizing people. So I feel like if it's a good fundies team, they'll be fine. It doesn't have to be super complex, but if they're a good fundies team, they might have that upset. They might just be if they're showing consistently that they're playing together well, they might have that upset is what I'm getting at. And if that's the kind of thing that Mech is driving home, then they'll be fine.
Yeah. I've
Yeah.
preached this before. It's like just fundies will take you far, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Again, it's a 3-team group and 3-team groups fucking suck. I will say if Exos win the first against Project Butterfly, I don't know if they'll win the rematch.
I agree.
I think the AI
Mm.
core I think the AI core was always good at like if they have footage of your team, they will create like a super simple game plan, but it will just work.
Yeah.
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 But I think if it's the other way around, I don't know. It just depends on like what does Exos take away from their first series,
Mhm.
you know?
Mm.
Because like at this point, it's like it's not like these other OQ predictions where it's like, oh, we can look at what they ban. We can look at what they ban and what did they, lean into. It's like where every team here is just kind of gonna be going on the fly because there's a lot of new teams.
Right. Like
Yeah.
I know
So-
the fucking Zev is obviously new on the team because
Yeah, Zev and MJ are new
because fucking Ink.
because it was like Kuromi and someone else before. It was Beagle.
Yeah.
And I fucking subbed, but shit.
Yeah. W super sub. W super sub.
Ain't nothing super about that sub. Let me tell you. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know who to say because like we talked about both. It's like, what do you value? Like the potential of a team, or like
the fact that
you have
the core has already
experience.
shown to be good.
Yeah.
Right. I hear you.
So it's like I think Exo's potential wise can do better, but like, are they gonna hit that instantly?
I hear
Is
you,
my
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Like to me, when I look at this team, it's like you guys might be looking just to play for OQ4, like not in the mean way. Just like you can't. Who knows how long this roster has been together? Because
Yeah.
no flame. I swear, Exels is always looking for someone new, like whether that's like a player or like a coach or whatever. So it's like, have you guys actually had time to mesh, or is it just like, please God, give me a result right now, kind of thing?
Yeah.
How strong is the band-aid that you're putting on the problem? I think is the best way. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
been like that +1. So is this band-aid, is the band-aid of Zev now going to be the fix, right?
I would say
And
for now, I would say
we'll see.
Butterfly too.
For now, probably. Zev brings
I agree.
experience and firepower, so we'll see. Again, I think it'll be a matter of the run back situation.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I
That's
think
you said.
overall, I think it would just be for me Butterfly too, but I would not be surprised if Exels like went out a second.
Hey, look,
I
it's
agree.
a group B situation. Actually, sorry, I mean it's a
Yeah.
group A situation.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yep.
Anyways, yeah, that's fair. Fair play. Fair
Group
play.
D.
Group D.
Group
Sad
D.
GC, Chemical Violet, and WGW Rose.
Who the fuck on that roster, bro?
Which
Which
one?
one?
Sad.
Sad?
Oh,
I got
Oh,
nothing.
sad.
Isn't it-
Sad. I know who it is.
Yeah, go ahead.
Where is that?
It's Parker, Irene, Harper, Miku, Biffy.
Okay.
Okay, I wasn't gonna
Okay.
say what I was gonna say in reaction, but sure. I think that is a. Wait, who's Miku?
Miku was on their
they were
roster
the
last
only
time.
only
Oh my
remaining
God.
player on the team now, I think.
They're their duelist.
Yeah.
That wasn't safe
Full
posting.
rebuild.
I'm looking. Hold on.
I still think it's sad. Can
Sad
you
at
look
the
at
what?
Chemical for me?
Oh yeah,
Chemical Violet,
I'm
yeah.
not. Sorry. I'm not debating. the
What the-
legitimacy. I just need to go.
I'm
figure
seeing
out who
I'm
this
seeing a
is.
Zevs twice.
Yeah,
That's
that
too
confused
bad.
me. I saw that and I was like, oh,
It's
Yeah, it's weird. I think
probably
that
just
they
a
might be
battle
on
fight
their.
situation.
Yeah.
It's a battle
if
fight thing,
anything.
or it's a
They're just the manager.
manager situation. Which
Yeah,
should
I
probably
mean this
be-
team's
Oh,
not.
this is a LATAM player.
This team's
Miku?
not.
I've seen who this
bad.
person is. Okay, never mind. I'm familiar with who Miku is now. I think that roster's fine. That's just a 1 seed. We don't
Yeah,
have to talk about
sad.
it
Sad
more.
Sad will be one. Small Glaze. I've heard. I'm pretty sure it's been implied by Parker's like tweets and streams that I think she's picking up recon for that team, and I think she's the only one on that team that like makes sense as like a caller. Like I think with some time, Parker could be a pretty good like recon IGL. Like obviously Harper and Irene were on TV together, and I think everybody's like sung the praises of both.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Irene's improved a lot.
I agree.
True.
It's cool to see that her agent pool is like more than just like LOL. I'm playing Breach KO.
yeah.
It's like now she's like she has a pretty decent Viper and like she can play some smokes and she busted out the Phoenix once. You know, like she has like an actual like flex, like what you would expect from a flex player.
She
in a way.
is now a true flex.
Yeah,
She
rather
has-
than just
she
like
has
playing Flash.
dipped her agent pool is more than just Flash Initiator IGL. I mean she's adapted to the role she wants to play, which makes sense.
Yeah, so that's good.
Yeah. It's good.
I guess
Man, who's
between the 2 and the 3, I'm gonna be honest.
Wait, who's Oh, it's WGW.
It's
right?
WGW. We gonna win. Versus
We gonna win.
We gotta
Rose.
win.
versus Chemical. You know that's what that stands for?
Is it
Yeah.
actually?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it
We gotta
stands
win.
for.
We gonna win.
We're gonna win.
And I'd hate to say it, I don't think that'll be the case. And that's not Flame. I just like I don't know, man. Like
Well,
I need to
okay.
see
There's
something.
Let me see the
there's
Chemical
certainly-
Violet roster again. Sorry.
No,
yeah,
you're good.
look at Chemical Violet as I guess make this point. I think there's a lot of like I've seen or I've heard calls of Vi like hard like yelling at teammates. Like I've seen the mental of this team go bad. Like just from the individual people. Like I don't know, maybe it's fixed in the team environment. Maybe people have like there's like a protocol now for handling like the blow up situations. But like I've heard stuff get messy. So and I think what is it? Ida's a sub. Or Ida's a sub.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
a sub.
She's
Um,
I know she's confirmed to play day for us, which she told me. So.
She's confirmed to play day 4, which that's a super sub for this roster. I mean, like
Qualification.
Yeah.
they're that's just like someone who I want if that's a sub who's like someone who's been there, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
Yes.
Ida's fine. I love Ida. Just a cool person.
Me too.
Either way,
Sure
and
thing.
just like a solid player. But I don't know. Yeah, just look at go to the chemical roster again.
It's weird because it's like
Because like
both of these are like unknown to me. I feel
Yeah.
like
Solgaleo is pretty good.
I
Like
know
Solo
Sync is
That's like a
Gale
pretty
and
good player.
Sync is pretty decent. Like
Yeah,
Solo Gale and Unala are decent.
Trance, I believe, is pretty good.
Trans, from what I know, is like IGL and does a lot of like micro.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, I mean, hey,
Okay.
How did this team
it-
do in didn't they play 10x?
They did okay, but I also
Oh,
think
I
they're in
don't
like the
remember.
hardest group.
Yeah.
Because weren't they in the group?
Mm.
They're in like the Butter Dogs group, I think. Because I remember
Yeah.
they played, and I think they did like
Can
okay, but I don't know. This
It's a
2 and 3
toss-up.
thing is weird because it's like I haven't seen enough from both, but one of them has to go
Yeah.
like into
Yeah.
playoffs.
I'll be
who's
honest.
where, by the way?
I'll be
Can I
honest.
just see that again?
who's where?
Oh.
Sorry?
On the actual, can I see the actual groups?
Oh yeah.
And then now let K make their point.
I'll be honest. I personally think WDW makes it like second seed, and I don't know. I usually wouldn't say that, but a team that's been together. Okay.
Fucked up.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to react.
no, I started
My bad.
laughing.
Stop.
That's on
This
me.
team is-
That's on
No,
me.
no.
That's on me.
Okay, this team has been together since like August, I think, like August or September, I
Mhm.
think.
Yeah.
Like they played like season 5 together, and I think part of it is if fucking what's their name Vi can like
Yeah.
kind of just like carry their way out,
Yeah.
because I think the rest. I don't think the rest are terrible, but I think like you put them up against like Chemical, it's like a 50-50, and Vi seems like the X factor there, the only X factor in that matchup, I think.
Yeah.
I agree. Vi's definitely got that X factor. I think it's a make or break for that roster. It's the double edged
If
sword.
Vi does good, I think WGW will make it out. If Vi
Yeah.
is like neutral or anything less, I think it's Chemical.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I
Okay.
gotta say, it kind of feel, speaking from experience, it feels really, really, really bad to put all your like chips into one person and
I
just be
agree.
like, please, for the love of God, take us to the promised land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know if this is true, but I've been seeing Layla Purr play a lot of Waylay
Yeah.
for that, like in 10-mans. Like we've been playing the 10-mans a bit, like all of
Mhm.
us. Every game, just insta-lock Waylay. And I'm just like, are you practicing this? Or is
I
this like
think
kind of just...
Layla is on Duelist. Layla is on Duelist for this roster.
I think primary entry. I think Vi kind of
Yeah.
like flexes a little.
Which
So-
is
We'll
weird
take that
because like
second.
I always viewed Layla as more of a smoke. And I'll give
Layla
her some
changes the
credit.
role a
When
good
she was
bit.
on Smoke, there was a point in time when she like subbed for Catnappers, I think, and she was
Oh,
doing
she went like
crazy.
plus 20.
She
Oh,
right?
was
yeah,
doing
she went
crazy
crazy.
work on
Yeah.
Smokes, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, now you're on
Okay,
entry duelist, and
I'm gonna make a controversial statement regarding the Layla Purr. Now I know there's a good portion of the people in the Game Changers community who think Layla Purr is not that good of a player. And to that I say, I don't care. Look at the amount of work this individual has put in. Because
Yes.
there's Layla, okay. And I'll be so honest, just from the amount Layla plays this game, it's not like, and I'm not gonna this isn't gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna make the analogy, and it's not to say Layla Purr has like quote unquote zero talent, but as someone who's born with zero talent is the hardest worker of someone who has plenty of talent but does no hard work, the person who works like 10 times harder will outwork the person who has talent like every single time, right?
Yeah.
And whatever Layla's baseline, I think this is Layla's first like TAC FPS, and the amount of like, at least in the past year that Layla's put into this is like, it's pretty good. It's where you get like the sub in for catnappers, you get like plus 20. It's like, okay,
yeah,
Layla Purr has hands,
Yeah.
and I don't want to count that out. And it's just going to come down to, has it become more consistent? Has Layla become, has Layla had that like year of being a shit player that everyone kind of has. You know, when they first start and they aren't
Canon
like
event.
Immortal Plus.
Me?
Like it's a canon event. You suck for like a year, especially if you don't start Immortal Plus. You suck for like a year, and then you figure out how to play the game in a team environment, in like this competitive kind of environment. So maybe we found the end of the tunnel in that regard for Layla, and we'll see something nice. But
Fair enough. Put WGW at second.
I think you know what? I reacted weird, but WGW might have it. And that's just
we
'cause I know
gonna
nothing about tennis.
win.
We gonna win.
We
We
gonna
win.
win.
I said they wouldn't, but you know what? We're gonna win.
I'm feeling it's fire.
Yo.
We gonna win.
Holy shit! That thing was.
Yo, this 2 is not a real 2, by the way. Yo, please chill on me.
Guys, we
please.
finally get the actual
good
groups
answer.
We're gonna
now.
win.
We get
Okay.
actual 14
4
groups
team
now.
groups, yes!
Go.
All right, Group E, Hyperspeed, Empire, Oriful, and Angel Pilled.
See, the thing with the 14 groups, I'm gonna just be so honest. Like, some of them are pretty top heavy. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
a 3-team
yeah,
group
yeah.
with extra steps.
because like
Yeah.
Group E, and I mean
Whoa, be
no
careful now.
disrespect, in Group E,
Careful now.
it is Empire and Hyperspeed in some order,
Yeah.
and then there's a pretty significant gap
Yeah.
in just experience and firepower.
Where's Oriful?
Like
Oriful.
I know like 1 or 2 people
I
on this roster.
I know Lavender and I know Yana because they were there at the trials I had for this team.
And then
Okay.
you look at Angel Pilled, and it's like Angel Pilled has a random like rain on it, and like if that's the winter I'm thinking of,
I think it is.
Is that
if I'm not
like
wrong.
Sung,
Sung? Yeah,
like it could be, but like
that's a shooter.
That-
And
that's
Rain is
kinda-
a sub. Rain is a sub. I know that much.
Rain is a sub.
Oh,
Rain is a
okay.
sub.
Oh,
So it would be,
Might have to get them in
Fernie,
there.
Rosie. I believe it'd be Fernie, Rosie, Angel Fawn, Kit.
yeah, and it's
Sung.
like I don't mean this in a bad way, but it's just also the truth. It's like the core of that team has been together, and they
For like what, 4 months?
force
I think?
greed, you know, and it's just like the experience gap between like the first 2 teams and then the 3 and the 4.
Yeah.
It's just like it's hard because it's like you want to give them the benefit of the doubt, but it's like a lot of these 14 groups is just like it's 1-2, and then there's just a gap between the rest because
Yeah.
of like experience.
I'll say Empire being a 2 seed isn't. I mean, it's the fact that they don't have the core anymore, and it's just like a whole new roster minus like they have some position still. But it's still some players. It's
4
not,
of these
it's not
players
like,
on the team have made this list.
yes. So it's
Yeah.
not like crazy to have them as 2. I arguably think depending on how they've been scrimming, it could be a 1. I don't know. We'll
Fair.
see. There's a lot of ifs, ands, or buts. I also think it depends on what hyperspeed shows up on each day. Can I be so honest?
That's
Because
fair.
there have been
That's
times
fair.
I've seen this team look really good, even with like I've heard Thumpers look good. I've heard is Gia their sub now?
He is our
Yes.
sub.
Yeah,
Okay. I know Emmy's a good player. I've seen them play. They're a really good controller player. Thumpers, yeah, sure, they got dropped from Ghost, but I still think they're like a pretty solid duelist, and they've had time to develop and kind of like, I don't know, get their footing a bit. And the core's been the core, but I think it really depends on what hyperspeed shows up. If it's the hyperspeed that plays well, and everything's flowing, the pangolin op is hitting shots, it's perfect. Then yeah, they'll be fine. They'll make it out. But if
everything's going wrong,
look,
If
if
bad things
everything,
happen.
and I've seen it as a spectator. Sam's seen it from the coach slot. I don't know. Like it could. I'm not saying it will. It could. And that's not to cast doubt, but like I don't know. Is it gonna be bad enough that they lose to Oriful GC
No.
and Angel
No.
Pilled?
No.
No. I don't think it'll
I
be
don't
that
think.
bad.
I think
Yeah.
I think even at their worst, they will make it out second,
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
just because of like experience gap and just like at a baseline level, if like the strats aren't hitting and the fundies aren't hitting, like a gun game, I go pew 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 and I win. Like, and truth be told, having a good operator on your team, like infinite round glitch, no troll, because a lot of people don't know how to play against the op.
Yeah.
And when paying, at least from my experience, like working with him and like even just watching, Peng will just like
when you round.
contest, like Peng will win you rounds, and Peng is also not afraid to just like get up in your face and be like, I'm taking this space, come challenge me. And if you're not used to playing against an op, like it can be a pretty like jarring thing.
Especially a confident op that's not on chamber.
Yeah.
Pang.
Well,
like,
Pang plays Sentinel op like a Counter-Strike player, which I think is like a good thing and a bad thing at times.
It's a double-edged sword. I think if I'm getting deja vu because I definitely mentioned this in an episode.
We did. We did.
If they moved Ping to like chamber,
to every map,
like every map, and you just force chamber, and you maybe ban like
Ascend.
a fracture or like an ascent or like something where like the chamber, like something where chamber might not be like the best, quote unquote. Right. Haven is another good, like not a great chamber map. Point is, if you lead into that full time, like I think Pig has the capability of like just take over games.
Right.
Yeah.
My concern about Empire.
The top.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to ignore.
There's an elephant.
I'm gonna get like every team that has had like Sylvia on it, you always hear like, oh my god, everybody just fucking hates each other and everybody's crashing out and it's all so bad. It's like, is this the time she reforms? Because like, I don't know, bro. If Peg walks out a smoke and ops you and TP's away, are we gonna get the Sylvia that's like, you fucking shitter, I fucking hate you, like starts all chatting and is just like hulking out? Or are you gonna get the Sylvia that's like, oh okay, that was dumb, but whatever. So I think if the mentals are chill on Empire, then you could see like an Empire first seed. But if it starts going bad, then I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's a team of a lot of colorful personalities at the very least.
Yeah, if the colorful personalities can like work together.
Yeah. No, I think that's fine. Sylvia. Okay, literally, Sylvia's like Sylvia's not a bad player by any means.
It's
just her mental.
Just the mental needs to be in check. The mental's in check, and Sylvia's like level-headed the whole time. It's fine. Like that's just like a good player. That's a good consistent player. I wonder if like I don't know, is Coke's gonna make the difference? I know Sarah's IGO or Sobasushi's IGOing, but is like what's Coke's role in this roster? Because Coke's isn't the biggest gun, but Coke's they've been known for IGO. Like they'll IGO, but they aren't the biggest gun, and they had that brain for the game.
And now they have an IGL.
So is it shifting off of Sober Sushi, and you're gonna have Coke's IGL so that Sober Sushi can shoot more? Like, what's it gonna be like? I don't know. We don't know. Coke's, and this is no disrespect, Coke's just this weird, like, I'm playing, but I'm not playing, but now I'm playing, but I'm not playing. So I don't know where Coke's is in the retirement/unretired era, or like why they're on Empire. Yeah, I'm just kind of like,
guys, I'm out. Just kidding. I'm back.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's like it's like we're opening and closing the door of like I'm in, I'm out, and like you're teetering on the edge of I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. I'm gonna be so honest.
My question
There's no disrespect to
like,
Cokes. They've accomplished a lot. I just don't get what we're doing here.
My question is, how much has Cokes been like?
Has this fucker been playing the game? Can I be so honest?
Because they played on Chemical Violet, which I want to say again. You hear horror stories of like, oh my fucking god, this team hates each other. And granted, they have like strong personalities on that team, but it's like, it's one of those situations where it's like, if you're constantly around it, do you contribute in some sort of like? From talking to Cokes is like very blunt, and we'll just be honest. And not everybody's built for like
Yeah.
hearing the bluntness. Like sometimes you gotta
Yeah.
be like, "Hey, sweetie, we shouldn't color on the wall. That's not very nice." Cokes will just be like, "Don't fucking color on the wall." Like, you know what I mean? Like, not
Yeah.
everybody's built for
Yeah.
like just being talked that way. So, I guess because we've been talking about the teams, it's like it's hard to rank. I think Empire potential wise could be one, and what I mean potential wise is like, is my team not gonna like start crashing out and yelling at each other
Right.
and whatever?
Yeah.
Because like if that doesn't happen and everything's fine and like Peng doesn't have like you have a counter to the op, because one thing that we haven't talked about is Silver Sushi did play against the exact same hyperspeed core in Swiss. They kind of know what they're gonna be looking at in terms of like, oh, Peg's just gonna op, and like, you know, obviously hyperspeed is gonna change their identity because they changed two people and the coach. But the point is like she kind of is aware of like, hey, Peg is gonna op, even if they're not on chamber. Like this is what we should be ready for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think just like, at least for me, like coach and like IGL, it's like just having a game plan going into these matches, it's huge. So like I think if she's prepared for it, it should be Empire 1, Hyperspeed 2. But if Hyperspeed works and everything is clicking and it's like they're doing like the role swaps and everything's working and it's flowing, like Hyperspeed could definitely be
Mhm.
number one.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not to mention, Hyperspeed does have their own like mental and tilt issues that would
Yeah,
come up
for
when playing a
sure.
team like Empire. So I think it's like
Battle of the mental.
I can
Right.
see a situation of like, you know, Sylvia or Silly Seal have a round where it's like they're just gonna lay them out, just playing it
Yeah.
simple, and then it's just gonna be like, all right, we're rushing this site. All right, we're going. You know what I mean? Like we're
Yeah.
just doing this, and if that slippery slope starts, that could probably
Yeah,
save
and
Empire
it's-
a little bit more.
it's
But
also-
Empire's definitely
Empire's
the
the same
potential
way.
man.
Yeah,
of this,
potential
of the group.
man.
Potential man of the
Yeah,
group.
and then do we really want to rank 3 and 4? Should we?
Well, I mean, it doesn't. Does it really?
I think
Alright,
it's
who's
Angel
who's
Pill
playing
3.
rock paper scissors right
All
now?
I
the-
think it's
all the-
Angel
all
Pill.
the-
I think it's
I
Angel
agree.
Pill
I
3.
agree. I agree.
On
I
shoot.
remember.
Rock.
Okay.
Rock,
Okay,
paper,
ready?
on shoot.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
What do we
We
even
both
rock
did
paper scissors
Okay,
before?
rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, okay, you get to pick 3 and 4.
I'm gonna have Angel Pill GC3 Oracle 4.
Yeah,
I
I
agree.
think that's
I
just
agree.
right. I think that's just
Fair
right.
Fair game.
Why
It's
did they get so
because-
much thinner?
I
We're
don't
gonna
know.
talk about that.
hey, we ate a salad. We ate a
Oh,
salad.
we
ate a
love that
salad.
Fancy
skinny,
ass
skinny
war,
tea, skinny,
Body tea.
skinny legend,
Body tea.
skinny legend.
God, bro.
Okay. Group F.
Oh shit!
Secret Aura Temper. Asian
Okay.
Secret
Oh,
Team.
I think I know
and
someone on that
Sub-Zero
roster.
GC. Wait. Oh, dude, Aura Temper might
Let's
be
get the
a
insider
sleeper.
scoop. Let's get the insider scoop.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Big- Big. Okay. Hold on.
Or temper? You're looking for or temper?
Wait, where's Aura Temper? Oh.
Above Project Butterfly.
Third row down to the right, all the way to the right. Third row down.
Guys, you're not ready for this. You're not ready for
Oh my god.
Where?
Wait.
Oh
Wait.
my
Oh
god.
Is that
Oh my
OQ4
gosh.
Legend.
OQ4
OQ4
Legend
Legend.
Halcyon.
Oh,
Feels the-
shit.
I
Feels
don't
the
even know
aura.
who Grand Eater is.
Feels the aura. Yo, that's your battle.
Just
Anyway.
after.
We don't know.
Anyways. Like an
Anyways.
old tag or something.
Okay, let's look
Either
at
way.
the groups.
Let's
Yeah.
let's go back to the group, but let's get a quick little insider scoop. Big K Halcyon, OQ4 Legend. How you feeling about Aura Temper and your
I feel pretty good. In my head. Let me think actually.
Okay.
Okay.
Why are you laughing? It's not weird.
Okay.
In
Just
my
tell me a
head,
little bit about your teammates, like, you know, maybe how scrims have been going, just kind of like how you guys are feeling as
Tell us
as a
all your
unit.
comps. And...
Okay.
Make sure you make sure you lead your set plays. You know.
Yeah.
in my head, it's a kind of like a I don't know how to word this. I'm saying like in my head, my team is playing good.
Yeah.
It's more so a dependency on how I do that like depends like our placement in this event
Okay.
because like obviously we're doing
That's
good.
aura.
Chills.
I'm not saying I'm like the X factor or anything, but I have a decent system to work off of, decent players to work off of, and then it just matters on how much I can play good. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
okay, how can I use an example without leaking? Because you guys know what I just did, like legit.
So what I'm hearing is you're LeBron on the Cavaliers.
No, well, yeah, pretty much. No, I know, I'm kidding. What is it? You guys know what I did today. I can't leak that, but like we played against a certain team that is like
They're decent.
they're not
game.
guaranteed to make Swiss, but people are saying they probably will, right?
Yeah.
If they keep going, and I'll give them a pretty good run.
Not too bad.
And stuff. So I think we're doing pretty good for ourselves, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Fair play. Okay.
Fairs, as Kay would say. Fairs.
Now
Fairs, bro.
Now we gotta look at Secret. Secret on.
So Secret is
just
Skyline. Secret, just like
minus
the Skyline part.
I would say it's a decently upgraded roster.
It's goggles out for Venture. I heard
getting subbed out right now.
I heard Venture is just here for OQ3.
Yes.
I don't know how true
that's
that
what
is.
Zeke. Okay, I don't mean to interrupt you. Zeke, I know Zeke said on Twitter, or they said somewhere that they're just subbing for these two OQs.
Yeah. So, I mean, how do I put this? They're not Skyline anymore. It's just Secret, trying to be ominous and whatever. This roster in my mind has always been like potential man.
Right.
It's like you guys on paper look good. Like you guys should be, in my opinion, even before, like even last OQ, and even when they were known as like Kinetic and stuff. It's like in my mind, you guys are like good enough to make Swiss. Just by like names alone and from watching these people play. It's like you guys look like you're good enough to make Swiss. But you haven't.
Right.
So clearly something is wrong in terms of like either how they play the game. I do think I'm gonna give some ZNG glaze. ZNG has definitely given this team like some guidance. I think having this time off will be good because in my opinion, Kinetic and Skyline Secret before ZNG was very one-dimensional, I think. Like they played both halves. The thing is like they're one-dimensional, but they played both halves decent. I would say their biggest weakness was like defense. I think like dude, their defense was awful. Like they really They just sat there. There, never re-cleared. They would just watch you like do whatever. So it's like you could fake on them and it would like work because they don't re-clear anything. You could insert somebody and like that person could sit there the whole time. It's like, guys, they haven't fucking re-cleared me. So I do think ZNG is giving this team guidance, and like I think with Venture and then even like Fangs subbing, I would say this regardless, but they would probably be first seed in my mind. Like it's one of those things where like Venture is probably will just outgun people. And like I'm hoping that with ZNG coaching and giving like hopefully some direction with the team. I don't know who their fucking IGL is, by the way.
It's Logic or Venture, one of those two, 100%. I'm pretty
Well,
sure.
are you really gonna let your sub who's only here for 2 OQs be your sub?
In that case, then Logic would be my guess.
Yeah, I'm hoping they have a permanent thing. So like I want this team to make Swiss, but it's like I don't want you guys to make Swiss if your sub isn't an IGL who's just gonna dip after, and then it's like, well, now what? Now I don't have a caller.
You've lost like half of what makes you a good team.
Yeah, so I do think this team will be one. Personally, in this group, I think I hate to always be like potential man, but like surely I'm expecting if they don't make OQs, I think if they don't make Swiss, in like these 2 OQs, I really think they should consider a new roster and just going their separate ways. Because one of those things
Mhm.
where it's like you guys have been together, like kick off OQ1, OQ2. You drop somebody, bring in like a super sub for 2 OQs. If you can't do it now, then like it's time to find some new teammates. You know, like
Yeah, trying something new at that point.
yeah. So I do think they should be one.
Fairs.
Fairs.
Yes.
Asian super team. We gotta look at Asian super team. Who is on?
That's
who is on Asian
the Juniper
super
roster,
team?
right? Juniper Obscurity.
Obs, yeah, Juniper Obs.
Okay.
Fun fact,
Blossom.
Babe.
before you go into it, this is my first team ever.
Yeah,
Really?
this is
legit,
like
legit,
this is like
legit first
this is
round
the
I have to
core
play
of
against my first
yeah.
team ever.
This
Oh,
is
wow.
this is like the core of Hyperspeed Lilac.
Yeah.
Damn.
But they don't have OQ4 Legend, so let's put
Yeah.
them fourth.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down.
I'm kidding. Can you look
And
at
then-
Sub-Zero for me real quick?
Sub-Zero's not on there. I just checked. I went to go look at VLR. If
The
it's
roster's
the same,
changed.
if it's a different roster, then I have no clue because I can't see anything on here and I can't see anything anywhere else. It used to be Forgiven, Enders, Drolta, Julie, Jubilee,
Joe Pod.
and Furiosa.
Mm.
Well, I know
what's her
Enders
face?
isn't there
Enders
anymore.
is not on the team anymore. Yeah.
Enders and Jules shouldn't be there anymore because they're,
They're
on
on,
Nerve.
yeah,
they're on
Nerve.
Nerve.
We'll get to that later, I think.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No leaks.
So I don't. They've had some swaps. I don't have enough to say much about them, and for that reason, I think the seeding stands.
I'm down.
Thoughts?
Yeah.
I think it could go either way. I think Big K Halcyon OQ4 Legend puts both these teams in the fucking dirt.
Jesus.
And Secret has enough firepower to kind of keep their spot.
Yeah.
Unless something crazy
it's
happened.
legit
I've
just
seen
by the
Juniper
seeding.
do some crazy shit before, and
I-
apparently, and I've witnessed it. I've played against it. It's not fun, but Obscuri is
Obs is a
not nice. Not nice words with neon on a judge,
yeah.
and it doesn't
I
make
will
me
s-
happy.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna bring up a concern I have for Ori Temper, and this is not in like disregards to K.
I'm muting.
Okay. This is the same core from the 10x GC one, where everybody was like, "This team will make Swiss." It's Corey, K, Elf. Everybody knows as Elf. I don't need to say peek at you. And then
It's
you
Sword
got
Penguin, come on
Wally. Yeah, sorry, wrong one. You got Wally and Katskura, right? That's the roster.
Yeah. Can look again for F.
I worry purely for the sense that it's like I feel like I've been here before where I'm like, this roster should be good. They have good players. But why am I still worried? And I think that's partially because that when things don't go right for this team, it gets bad pretty quick. And that's just from the outside in. I don't know, right? Like maybe it's all fixed. Like I know like people will give Elf like shit. And I do think their calling is like a little one-dimensional at times. But I do know Elf does a lot of like micro stuff, which I can respect a lot because I know that's like difficult. It is a hard task, and not everybody can like do that and kind of keep the same shooting power. You know, as I talked about when we did our like main event recap with Corrupt. But it's like Wally and Katskura are unknown to me. So the only opinion I have of this team is this core that in my mind should have been so good that but then they kind of like flattened out. You know what I mean? Like as mean as that is, it's like this team like I think at least Corey back when we were doing like the Rage Bait podcast or whatever, Corey was pretty open about like confidence issues and just like how that's an issue for them. It's like if stuff starts going like if Obscure slides at you and gets like 2 or 3 with the judge a few rounds, like is someone on this team kind of gonna be able to bring the vibes up, like or who's gonna stabilize the ship? Because Elf is kind of doing, like, at least from what I've heard in previous teams, Elf is already like a caller who does a lot on their own, on top of microing in the mid round. And I would presume like a mid round, unless someone gets alert. So it's like, if stuff starts going bad, do they have someone to kind of like stabilize the ship? Do they have someone to kind of bring up this confidence? Because like my concern with this team is not shooting, because they're all like pretty much, maybe like except Katskura.
Everyone on this team can shoot to some
Yeah,
degree.
they're like young shooters except for
Mhm.
Katskura, but Katskura is still a shooter. You know, she's just not like a cracked out 17-year-old or whatever.
On
But
19 cans of Red Bull, yeah.
yeah, so it's like shooting for me is not an issue. It's just like, is confidence going to be an issue for this team? Are they going to be able to like steer the ship if it gets like bumpy? That is my only concern for Aura Temper. Do I think they're good enough? Yes.
Yeah.
Do I think this roster has potential? Yes. But it's one of those things where it's like, I've been here before. I've said this team is good. It's the same core that I'm kind of going off of. So it's like, you know, what's really the expectation for them? Like, are they going to be able to right their wrongs from the last go around at things?
Yeah.
UG, thoughts?
That is fair to say. If
Fairs?
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 Yeah, yes,
Fairs?
yes, fairs. That is a valid concern. I think, based off my OQ4 legend, I I think, based off of what K has said and like what we've seen, and if K is lying, then K is flying, that they should be fine. But you're right, because obs with that judge is a tilter. That can tilt people. That can definitely
that's the
tilt
thing.
people.
Like, some of these, like the judge, the op, and the Odin,
It's
like those are like mental damage guns.
It's
Yeah.
the Luna 1 effect. It's
Like,
the Luna 1 effect with
genuinely-
a
you
different
get
weapon,
judged,
right?
You
Yeah.
get
just
judged
like
and you get deflated. Like,
Yeah.
you're just like, fuck, bro. Like,
everyone would
so-
call Luna 1 a terrorist for sliding at you on Neon with a Odin, and
But, like-
it's gonna be the same thing, but with Neon, right?
Yeah.
I glazed Arya for proving people wrong about Neon is useless.
Mhm.
And Obs has taken that one to heart and is Neon judging everyone.
Dead
So it's
mans.
like,
Yeah.
and they can rifle too. I'm not saying this isn't like a
Uh-huh.
one trick.
No,
Like,
no,
they
I
rifle
know.
well too. Like there's still plenty. They just play a lot of Neon. So I don't know. IMO. I think it'll. Okay, I think you guys are the potential man team of this group, because I
Yeah.
think there's a world that you capture the same essence of like that X-Souls roster, and you somehow make your way to like the like, you know, you make it out of clothes, you make like Swiss, or, you know, there's a world that like, no, you don't, you never get grouped in this. That's not what I'm saying.
Nah.
I think there's just like, you might hit a wall depending on your matchup going into
Yeah.
closed, but
Yeah.
that's gonna.
I just worry because like I swear, this is the last thing before we can move on. I said the same thing about 10x GC. I hate to always bring them up. I said the same thing about 10x GC when they had Celestrix GC in their group. I said, guys, there's no fucking way this team
No
gets grouped, and then they got grouped.
In all
Bad
fairness,
things happen that
I'm
time.
the only lacking player. in
Well,
this
yeah,
team
but
now.
yeah,
It's
but still, it's just like the only thing I know for certain is like the core of 10x GC. Yes, they made it out of group, but it's like, you know, Katskura, it's hard to really get a gauge on because it's like the last team she was on was Synapse with Inver, and Inver's just killing everybody. And Wally has gotta been like just turned 16, is only just now doing like their first OQ as far as I'm aware, because they only did like a GCA, and GCAs are like pretty hard to go off of. So it's like, you know, the only people I know for sure it's just 10x core, and it's just like I hope it's different because I want to see this team do good. So that was just my concern about Aura.
Saranghe.
Aura Temper.
Saranghe OQ Legend 4. Oppa. Saranghe.
Okay.
But now K gets to shit talk us.
It's true. Group G.
Ooh.
Group
Oh,
G.
don't even get me started.
Group G, we got the GC 10 man's terrorizers in Blue Star, Tepig, Nerve GC, and Lush GC.
Let's go ahead, Blues. Let's go ahead and pull up Blue Star's battle flag.
Oh,
God.
good.
Right at the
No,
top.
let me
At
do
the
the
top,
talking
at the top.
here.
Oh, of
Go
course
ahead
you're
and
at
pull
the
this
top.
up.
Oh,
There's a couple names I recognize here.
Yo, who's on this?
Yuji,
Oh,
Lousy, Perugia. Why do I recognize these names?
yo,
I
who are these
don't
people? Yo,
Oh,
who are
shit.
these people?
I don't know.
No, who's a MMT chocolate?
Seriously.
Seriously.
That's big Tonka T. Don't
Hey,
you could look. You could say whatever you want about me and the rest of the roster. You can't say shit about Big T.
hey, Big
MMT
T,
chocolate,
Big
bro.
T
Don't
hops
say
on
that.
GC10s. No warm up, drops 30 on
That was
everyone's heads.
cold.
Fairs,
Okay.
bro, fairs.
That's tough.
Realistically,
Alright.
I guess since I'm leading this group, go ahead and pull up the groups again. Who's on T? Go ahead and pull up T-Pigs.
Tepig?
Yeah, Tepig.
I think they are not fully
believe-
out
yeah,
on the
Tepig
battle
is
file,
not
but I can
fully out.
tell you with my mouth.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
Would you like me to tell you the team with my mouth?
Yeah,
know
go
why I'm
ahead and
saying
tell me
like
the team
that.
with your mouth.
Okay, thank you.
Why'd you say it like
It is.
What
It
the-
is. So, to my knowledge, it is Nova, my former teammate, Abby 2K, Baby Soap, Gabby from Evolutions, and also former teammate of Nova and I, and and Mika.
Okay.
It's Mika's first GC. They're a new
I
player
recognize the name.
coming in.
I think.
Recognize the name. They may have played that ACAD, but new to GC, new player. And there's word on the street that Gabby might not be able to play because of like internet issues, and so they will be grabbing Ghost Ariel as their sub.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do we can you pull up Nerve's Twitter announcement again? Let me find it. I'll just find it.
Nerve's
I'll find it on Discord for you.
Okay.
Hold on, just give me 1 second. But oh, didn't we go over it last? We went over it last episode, didn't we?
I believe we went over in Nerve's announcement last episode, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I was definitely not nice. Oops.
Yeah, you were not nice. Remember, you were
Well,
like
actually mad funny. Nothing.
No, you
I
were
was
like-
mean, and I
you
regret it.
legit said-
I
you
want
legit
to
said-
apologize.
Come on.
you legit said, "I hope this team does good, unless they're in our group."
This is true.
Yeah,
I
I'm
hope
outta
they do
here.
good, and I hate to say it, I'm not losing. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness, that was
Fairs?
that.
I
I'm
think
just
it's
not
pretty-
losing.
I think
man.
it's pretty easy to say. First of all, I already know what Left GC is. It's a bunch of people I personally don't recognize. I recognize one person, but I think they're just like kind of okay, good at best. I personally think this is like flip the groups again. I think it's just gonna go how the groups are already laid out. I think it was pretty obvious that Blue Star and T-Vic were gonna make it out. Baby Soap, pretty experienced player. I know she used to play like a decent bit ago, like 2024, I think.
Donk.
Abby 2K is good. Nova, obviously, this last Swiss, decent player. Personally play with them. Other two, I don't have much knowledge on,
Let's bring up Lush.
but I do think if we go to the matchup from 2 to 3, I do think it's a bit. Yeah, this is Lush. I don't
Yeah.
really recognize any of them. I think a matchup.
From what I remember, because I trialed for this team, Sleepy J wasn't there. And that's the one player I recognize. I assume
agree.
that's
That's
the
the one
same.
player I
That's the one
recognize.
player I recognize. They have one person who I don't know who it is because I couldn't match like name. I couldn't remember. They have one player who's like low immortal, who can actually shoot their gun, and I think is also IGLing.
Yes.
But this whole roster is very green. No pun intended. Like they are very
I
very
should say they're
new.
lush.
They're a lush team.
Whoa!
Whoa! See what I did there? See what I
I
did?
don't get it. Can you
Oh.
explain it? Anyways,
Anyway.
Alright, bro.
Anyway,
Shit.
I mean, like,
Caught us.
I don't think
Choose your words
they
carefully
have
here.
they have good qualities, but they don't have experience.
Yeah.
They have
Fair.
potential,
Fairs.
but how much can you make that how much does potential outweigh experience in this situation? And I don't know. We'll see. I think they have the ability to take maps off of every team in this group.
I agree.
If not, maybe beat a few of them.
I agree. Me personally, I don't know any of these players besides CPJ, and I know in OQ4, in OQ4, CPJ was in my group, and they were the X factor on their team. I think they dropped 35 against Sylvia.
Oh wow!
In that OQ. So in my head, they're the X factor. But I think from a purely matchup thing, I think Nerve beats Lush. And then I think maybe Nerve has a chance to beat T-Fig if like they really show up and T-Fig has like a bad day. But like if it goes to like the rematch, I think so. I don't think so. I think they'll just like knock it in. But yeah, I think the group just go as expected. Blue Star, experienced players. Well, mix of experienced players, I guess I should say. But I don't think I have like many bad things to say about any of the players there. So
good answer.
Good answer.
Nah, tell me how you really feel. Tell me how you really feel about
me.
Let me know how you really feel about me.
Let me think if I can actually think of anything bad.
Oh,
wait,
Chills.
guys,
I think from what I've seen, Cloudsy, I think compared to your teammates from your last teammates, there has been a little bit of like mechanical, just like what's the right word?
Downgrade.
You know what I'm gonna say though.
You don't see the name and maybe Quake in your boots as much.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I mean. Yeah,
and that's fair.
Yeah,
but I think I don't think that's a product of
Sam.
I'll gas my teammates up. I don't think that's a product of like they're not. No one on this team is chompy, but that's because like they're like everyone on this team is good in their own right. Like I've seen plenty of stuff that is proven that like you're looking at names on a sheet and you're like doesn't have the same firepower as Frost Esports or YDZ. And it's just like I don't know. I think it's just different. It's not the same. It's not the same. But it's not bad. It's not worse. It's just like we're sitting on a very even plane, and that's not like.
I agree.
The secret is I've gotten worse over time.
If you want to compare, okay. Well, I don't. If you want to compare, like Frost White to whatever, I think personally, I played with Nova like a little bit, like not really much experience, but I think personally Sam could not. I'm not gonna say what you think of it. I think Sam can call laps around most teams in this OQ, like purely just off of like calling.
Shit.
No glaze.
Yes.
Okay. I played against with Sam. Good idea. UG, pretty inexperienced player, but if we're on the street from Blue Star players that they really are good, I kind of have to believe it. Not gonna lie.
Bro, all I'm saying all I'm saying is, now we see the gains, big bro.
All right.
If Zaytuna's saying that UG's insane, UG's insane. Not gonna lie.
Bro, all I'm saying is I'm watching like we're scrimming like Immortal 3 teams, and UG's like one tapping kids out of the air.
Not bad.
Like not bad. Yo, do that in the match.
We got. Look, the aim is fine. The aim is fine. We might have to talk about some utility. But
Hey, there's a difference. Bad things happen. Bad things happen when this button is clicked. Bad things happen.
Okay.
Yes.
So you think? Okay. So you think it's just how the seating is?
I think the closest match is definitely 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Personally, because purely just like in like a firepower like thing. Now I'm not saying that. Tepig is definitely like better, but it's definitely like talent. Like if you go like player for player, it's definitely challenging. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think Blue Star, not to talk about us in like a third person perspective, but we are like when you look at the roster, it's just like unknowns, I guess. Right. It's like because I stepped away for a bit. Like this is UG's first GC, and it's like Yeah, like Cloudsy, Sweeze, Goggles, and then like Stays subbing for us also. So it's like a lot of like names are like not super in the open. Like obviously, I think Cloudsy's name gets around like a lot. Like people know of Sweeze, but like
Yeah.
for everybody else,
Classy.
it's like
Fuck you
we're-
mean? Fuck you mean? My name's thrown around a lot.
like in a good way.
Nobody
Like,
knows,
in a
people,
good
nobody knows who
way.
the fuck I am.
yeah, people know who
Nobody
you
knows who
are.
the fuck I
Cloudsy,
am.
Cloudsy, Cloudsy. Sam is saying you're for the streets. Move along. Move along. Move
That's what
along.
I'm. That's what I'm
Okay.
hearing.
What just happened? Yeah, it's like when you look at our roster, it's like unknowns. But I also think that's like a buff in some ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Because sometimes I think like being unknown is scarier than like fighting what's known.
hmm
So that's just my opinion. I'm excited though.
I think.
Up the star.
I think just from my experience with some of the players on Tepig, because I know Nova, I know Abby, I know Gabby. Oh god, I'm trying to remember the rest of that roster. My point is, Abby, what did I say? Abby, Gabby, Nova.
Nova.
That's like who you know, right?
I think so. Unless I'm forgetting a secret fourth. Oh, Baby Soap. I've played with Baby Soap like a little bit, not a crazy amount, not enough to base it off of. But at least the three that I listed, like, I'll be so honest. I've seen Nova do crazy shit. I've seen Abby do crazy shit. So it'll just. I think that game depends on who shows up that day.
Yeah.
I think we both will make it out. I hope we both make it out because those are friends. And I want nothing more than to see my friend succeed. Heart, all love. But I don't know. We'll see. I think it'll be a fun game to play either way. I don't like. I'm gonna play and I'm gonna try to win because like obviously I want to hold that over people's heads for the rest of their lives. But like I want to be able to VOR check people at every opportunity. Call me Luna 1. But I think we'll both make it out. Low-key.
Fairs.
Unless we explode, which I think both rosters are very capable of doing.
Yeah.
That just goes with any like pug roster. I think they're just any team is capable of like self-imploding in a pug setting without proper like time to structure. Bad things can happen if left unattended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not me saying we're
gotta fucking blow up everyone.
I hate everyone on my team. We're gonna explode and die tomorrow.
You're gonna hear a Cloudsy crash out day one of the tourney.
Oh no!
I'm gonna say fuck you guys. I'm out. I'm not getting grouped.
No, hell no. All right. Anyways, Group H: Alliance, Dynamo, Zero Strays, and High Cards GC.
Dynamo 1.
You think so? Like automatically?
Offer it.
I don't even need to think about it. Do you need to think about it?
Okay.
I mean,
look at pull up the Alliance roster.
The Alliance roster?
Yeah. Okay. See, I don't think any of these players are like amazing per se. You know, I know Young Windows been in Swiss, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But I know Dynamo's been getting better. So you can make this argument, but none of them have really had like a experience being like top 12, top 8, one game off Swiss. You know what I mean? So I don't disagree with you, Sam, to be honest. But I think it's a bit more challenging than you think.
It's
That's
not
just
easy.
Me, though.
No,
I don't think it's easy. I still think Dynamo would be 1 seed. But...
This team has a bunch of people who are like sleeper shooters.
Right.
And I think if they can all stay out of their heads and they can just play the game that's in front of them, it'll be a closer series. And it'll turn into, does Ruin put on the Jets? Yeah. I'm not saying that that's the only reason for Dynamo's success, but Kayla and Ruin are kind of like interchangeable players. Fortunately, Kayla had to take that step away for like their personal health. But Ruin's a really great replacement, and a shooter at that. So I think it'll kind of be who shows up in terms of like the shooting power. I don't think they're gonna like get super great. Like I've seen Faye like shoot out of their mind. I know Pearl can shoot pretty well.
Hyungwon Ho's obviously been playing for a while.
Hyungwon Ho, it just been around the block. Like it's the people know Hyungwon Ho.
The way I see it is, if these two teams just kind of show up, play how they like kind of just usually play, I think Dynamo would just run laps around fucking AXA. Because obviously AXA has been around, been together for a shorter time. They have less experience together. And Dynamo has a very good system to back them up. But I think if any of these players have an above average day, then I think it'll be I won't say 50-50, but it definitely won't be like a complete song.
Yeah.
Well, I did say, I think was it last week we talked about our predictions, or not predictions, we were talking about rosters.
Yeah.
I did say Dynamo should be a team that makes Swiss, so I want to back that.
Yeah.
By saying they should be first, and I don't mean any offense to AXA. Dynamo's been around longer. I think I do think Ruin, in terms of a mechanical perspective, Ruin is an upgrade slightly to Kayla. I think Kayla had better qualities in terms of maybe pathing and micro util usage and optimizing stuff.
Kind of off topic, but fuck, bro, she was going plus 40 on Brimstone.
Yeah, well, yeah, Kayla's insane, but I think she's good on smokes, not necessarily a dive duelist.
Kayla can shoot.
Yeah, Kayla can shoot, but she needs to be on a roll that
allows
she's not the one going in. I think Ruin is good at going in and shooting gun.
I agree.
That's kind of what Ruin wants. Ruin wants to be entry, and I'm gonna be in your face, just next diffing it.
Yeah.
Not to take away from Kayla, because I think Kayla is obviously incredible, but Kayla to me is Kayla would be an insane second duelist, maybe an Omen kind of going in with your Neon, but I think AXA to me was a roster that was let me not say
everyone
that.
needs a team last second.
Yeah. It's because Berserkers blew up, so then Discord mod didn't have a team.
And then Ink blew up.
And then Ink Control blew up. And then the actual AXA kind of blew up.
Yeah.
So then Kyungwon Ho and Aurelia kind of stayed. So it's did you guys test run this? I think the rules kind of work. But it's how much have you guys been practicing? Do you have a structure? Whatever. I don't think they have a coach because I saw them LF looking for a coach.
Mm-hmm.
So it's are you guys? Because sometimes I think if you're, I've said this before, maybe not on the podcast, but if you're a team without a coach, you need to be very mature and disciplined, and you're just willing to talk things out without taking it in
in a bad way, yeah.
In a personal way.
Yeah.
And I think I'm not saying they're not like that because I haven't been on a team setting with any of them, so I wouldn't know. But those conversations sometimes can get pretty uncomfortable, especially if stuff is going wrong.
Right.
And in general, I do know there's GC teams where it's they just finish scrims and they just leave. They just finish they just leave call. They don't talk about
even friends.
Yeah, they well it's they'll talk to each other, but it's we're not gonna talk about how scrims went. We're not gonna talk about our problems. Just la 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 la, everything's all good. So it's I do know Dynamo's been grinding.
Yeah.
I think a structured team like this, where the core has been together a while, I would say they made an upgrade purely in terms of entry duelists, not Ruin to Kayla in a 1-to-1. And you have a coach that I think maybe fits your system better, right? Because they did change their coach from Calypso to Noble. And so it's if I'm gonna have you make Swiss confidently, you should not struggle in this group. I guess is my mindset.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
That's fair, yeah.
Because it's if I see them struggle, whether that's a map 3 giga banger with, can you go to the groups? If it's a super close map 3 with AXA, or they're struggling with zero strays,
right.
which no offense to zero strays, but again, if I can say Dynamo to me is a team that should be making Swiss. So it's this should be no problem for you. You should just run these people over. So if I see them struggling a bit, like a 13-11, like a map 3 with 0 strays. Map 3 with 0 strays and it's like close, like some alarm bells are
Like that's worrying.
going
yeah.
off.
Yeah.
And it's like AXA, you can excuse because like I want to reiterate, I don't think they're bad players, but it's like, have you guys really meshed? Are you guys like scrimming a lot? Like I do know they're scrimming, but it's like, are you guys disciplined? Are you guys like talking about your issues? Like, have you guys found a coach that helps? Whatever. Meanwhile, Dynamo's been like kind of working with this structure for a bit, right? And it's like they've been getting better. Is my point. So it's like,
Yeah.
if I'm at the point with Dynamo where it's like you guys have made a change with Ruin, made a coaching change that should theoretically fit your style more, and you guys have only been getting better. If I have you guys making Swiss, like
You guys
this group
better
should
not.
Yeah, you
Right.
guys should. You guys like you guys should just make it through. And
Yeah.
I'm still gonna say number one, but if they struggle, like
That's worrying.
I'll be like, we'll come on this episode and I'll be like, guys, what the fuck
What happened?
Yeah.
are you doing? Yeah, it's like
Mhm.
what went wrong? So that's my thing.
Yeah, let's talk about the 3 and 4 real quick, just to kind of
Yeah.
like give them their
0 strays and
their moment.
high card.
Zero Strays has Shrey, who I recognize,
Safi.
and Gibbon is a name I recognize as well, but that's it. And High Card,
High card.
where are you?
Am I blind?
Nope, I don't see it.
I do not see high card.
High card is like Kit Kats on that.
I know
one,
Kit
think.
Kat's on that roster. Yeah.
It's like Kit Kat, and like no offense, I just don't know anybody else on the team.
Yeah, I agree.
So I've
Yeah.
seen some of them playing 10-mans, and it's just like,
Who are you?
you know,
Why are you
yeah,
people?
yeah. It's like I just don't know you guys, and that's like happens, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
It's never a good sign. I guess.
yeah. It's like if I just don't know, like I will say there are players that are like unknown that just like do good. Like
Yeah.
I think Glowstick was an example. People are like, who the fuck is Glowstick? And
Randomly
Glowstick
showed up
just-
in OQ4.
Yeah, I think
OQ4
Glowstick.
Legend
Yeah,
Ghost
yeah,
Stick.
OQ4 and
Glowstick really
Gundam
was the
Wonder.
real OQ4 legend.
Yeah, it was. To be fair, Glowstick like didn't win much just
Yeah.
because of the rosters they were on, and that's not.
Well, yeah,
gonna
but
really
it was
shade
one
to
of those
anyone.
things where it's
They
like,
just,
oh, I don't know this person, and then they're dropping like plus 40 on everybody's head. It's like, oh,
they're dropping
Yeah.
40 and still losing, and they're like, "Ah, what can you do?" And then
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, you're
So,
also
and-
Radiant. Oh, let's go get you on a team."
yeah. So
So-
that's one of those things. It's like for all I
We'll
know, like
see.
they could just be unknowns that are good.
Mhm.
But I think we've kind of gotten to the point in GC where it's like
That likely
people.
doesn't really happen.
Yeah,
much
it doesn't.
anymore.
It's really hard to get like someone that just like comes out of the blue and like.
Good players who want to play have probably already playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, or they find their way onto like good teams because it's like they
Right.
won't accept anything.
Like Invert's
Like,
a good example.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I do think it's so like
You want a
it's one of
3-4
those
it?
things. Yeah, 3-4. I would say because I don't think Zero Shades is necessarily like a bad team.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think they're decent, but it's one of those like
Fuck, bro, they gave me some in 10x series.
yeah, like the one thing. This is the issue, I guess, with like how do I put this? In a lot of like OQ3s and 4s, like when the main event teams are already locked for Swiss again, you kind of get OQs like this where it feels like there's a huge
Very top
disparity.
heavy. Right.
Where it's like in a lot of these
Mhm.
groups, it's like we didn't really have to think about the one except for like I would say E, G, and H. We gave some thought to like who's won,
Mhm.
but that's like 3 out of 8. You know, that's not even like half of it.
And like, no offense, I don't think half those teams are making it to Swiss, with the exception of Dynamo. Like,
Yeah.
I guess I'll segue as my, and I think the big question that also is how does the closed format change? Because I know the Wadada spot is in contention. I don't know if that's going to be replaced with a team that'll just be like formed and be in the Wadada spot and just under a different name. Like someone will buy the slot, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Or if they're going to say, okay, this is up for grabs, someone can qual for it.
Yeah.
So this could be like we'll see. But if we're going with the 4, that's going to be split between these two OQs. My vote is the Spiders MBSK Treasure, Sad, and Dynamo. And if not Dynamo, then maybe Himmers. But
If Himmers plays, I think it's
Himmers
Himmers.
plays.
If Himmers plays, I actually just think it's A through D, who qual.
But the only thing I don't know is because it's going to be how does it match up in like a bracket, right? Like where do these teams fall, or do they have to play each other too early? Could there be an upset? Could this end up being like you see? I don't know, MBSK Treasure Sad in lowers, so you don't get MBSK and you have Dynamo making it.
Yeah, then we just have to play OQ4.
Yeah, it's just I'm not. I don't know. It just comes down to where people match up and who has to play who. If all those teams come out one seed like they're projected to be, then it could just be easy sailing and that's your Swiss team. But I don't know. Is there any other brave takes in terms of like who's?
I wanted to say, who's your guys like dark horse? Like what team do you think? What team do you think is just gonna make like some upsets and make the bracket really frustrating?
If we remove Aura Temper and Blue Star for bias reasons,
I think it's Hyperspeed Gold.
I was about to say Hyperspeed. I was
looking at Hyperspeed.
Yeah,
I think they're probably like. I will like. Would you consider? Like
I'm a dark horse after them making Swiss.
No. Well, yes and no. I do think it's easy to call them a dark horse just because of how they did in Swiss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like it's like okay, you made Swiss, but then you just went like 0-4 and kind of just like went out with a whimper. You know.
Yeah.
As mean as that is, like people still don't respect them. I guess.
Yeah.
Would you consider in Group A? Let's say the Chuds make it out. Would you consider them a dark horse team off of seeding?
I was about to say.
Because I think that team's a sleeper team.
There could be a world that goes.
That team just goes to
the big Chuds are gonna make their way through and go on some crazy run.
Do I think they're gonna beat Spiders? No.
No,
but,
hell no.
No. Okay, hell no is crazy.
Hell no is crazy.
But I do get it. But like, what Spiders is like? Spiders in a like off of names alone, Spiders is a team that I expect to make like higher levels of Swiss.
Yeah,
personally,
like main event potentially.
Like that team should be like qualing.
Mm.
I would say if it's as we project and like Chuds make it out second seed in that group. Like I think they could give some teams some trouble. I think they could give like I'll say it, if Chuds and Sad play, like I don't think Sad's just gonna like cakewalk it. Like I think Chuds would give them some a hard time.
I think I would be surprised if they weren't one game off Swiss this OQ.
Really?
Yeah, let's try that. I think if they weren't one game off Swiss this OQ, it would surprise me a little bit.
Yeah,
because I don't know. I've seen stuff, and I like if you look at the roster,
like I think the team is good. Like I think the fact that they're a 3 seed in like the hardest group is pretty fucking. Because originally I was just like, who the fuck is this? But then it's like you look at.
I think it would come down to where they get put and how close their games are. Like they would have to stomp Rosso and have close games with the Spiders in order to like have that kind of a run. Because I'm just looking at the bracket from last year, right? Like I'll put it in chat if you want to like show it on screen if I can copy and paste. But like I'm looking at the bracket from last year. That's a lot of games to play, especially if you lose out. Like you have to make it far and then lose in like. You have to whatchamacallit?
You look at close qual to qualify.
Yeah, look at close qual number 3. Like you would have to get like close. Like, look at like the YDZ run, right? Like I think is the best way I can put it. I don't think we make it if we lose to 10x. I'm being so honest. That's just like another game we had to play. Like we lost to Hikikomori, which was like one close map, one not so close map, and then we had the one game we had to win, and it was Berserker's Dawn, and Clodsy put on a masterclass, and that was it. But I mean, I just kind of column plus 11.
No, but I get what you mean. Like it's definitely seeding based, especially when you get like only 4 teams that qual.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna just come down to who gets a good bracket, and whoever gets a little bit shafted in terms of the seeding is OQ4 if they choose to stay together. OQ4 Legends.
mention.
Oh shit.
OQ4
And dude,
Legends.
this like not to take away from our topic. Like this OQ3 was like pretty
Wait,
stacked.
oh my god, you should pull up Prime Agent Super Team versus fucking YDZ Black, bro. That was my first match. That was my first match ever, and it was against Cloud3.
Against YDZ Black, Prime Asian
Yeah.
Super Team versus.
Oh, you gotta go
YDZ.
back.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it's
gotta
like
go back, but
2025.
what happened here? Oh, it wasn't me. Okay. 2025. You said?
It's Hyperspeed Lilac, but up
here?
right there.
Found it,
That's
yeah.
your first match.
Dang.
Okay.
Not
shit.
bad.
Not too bad.
2-5 in the first bloods, but it's okay.
Just want to take a look at Split real quick. I just want to look at the raise differential, the raise
shit.
differential,
You're
the
gonna have to
raise
pull up the head.
differential.
You're gonna have to pull up the head-to-head right now, if that's okay with you.
Pull up that head.
Oh shit.
Wait,
Where
where
am
can
I?
I see the head to head? Where are you?
I was plus 4 on
right
you.
there. Up.
Okay.
Plus 4?
Damn, sorry.
Damn,
Sorry for
not
ever
bad,
beating you,
Quadzi.
jeez.
Not bad.
Never peek the big cloud again. What can I
Jesus
say?
Christ.
Looking at this bracket, I guess since we talked about like the dark horses.
Mhm.
No. Like last year OQ3 around this time,
Mm-hmm.
like this was pretty competitive.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, people were shooing for Alliance Angels and Berserker's Dawn. Same with Prosperity X. Prosperity X got taken out pretty early by that Berserker's Dawn roster.
But it's like look at some of these rosters, right? Like Kinetic, which is now secret, like Respawn Cats, Prosperity X,
Right.
Mhm.
like Berserker, like
all the are gathering.
Would you
But
guys
you could-
say this is more like I do think GC baseline is more competitive than
Mhm.
last year.
Yeah.
Yes.
But would you say that like the good players are kind of starting to congregate more into teams? Because last year I felt like it was like two good players were kind of on a team, and like you had like the rare case of like a full team. Like I would say Mac and Cheese was a team of like maybe 4 or 5 of them. Where
Is Mac and Cheese not just like the Catface core?
yeah, kind of.
Yeah, that's just
it was
Catface.
like Logic and stuff, and it was a different team. But my point is, like, do you think it's kind of like because obviously if you go to look at the groups, like not all of the groups for this for this OQ, the one that like if you look at it like we didn't fill, right? We didn't fill every group. Would you say that's a case of like all the good players are kind of congregating into one team, so like there's less teams to go around, or like what do you think it is?
I think it's a function of you have people coming into the scene who are just baseline better.
Yeah.
And so they are being brought into, like, I think Invert is a good example. I think Venture is a good example. Venture's playing for Secret, yes, but I think Venture is like on the like getting under like they know people kind of deal. For example, and they're a good player. Like they're buddies. I think they're buddies with Ghostic. And so you just know that crowd. Yeah, they played with Squimtrack, like, and then before that, I hadn't heard their name before, and they're just like a good player. And that's not to discredit them by any means. It's just like I haven't heard of you. You appeared. You're in because you're a good player, and that's because you know people. So we're seeing a few more of those. I think Invert is also an example of that. Like they're just I don't know much about Invert before this, just other than the fact that now that I know that they're cracked mechanically, right? Mm-hmm. So you have these good players who are just kind of like finding their way into those solidified teams and solidified opportunities that, you know, may be arising. We'll see what happens going into the end of the year and 2027 as well. But the baseline's getting higher because a lot of what's happening is, especially with like the younger, like they're getting in at like 16 and they're like poking their head around like GCE because they're interested. It's like grind now. People are being told grind now before you get here. Because if you're coming at Ascendant 1, yeah, you're a shitter. Nobody's going to want you. Grind to get to a rank that you are going to be like wanted and be a good player. Understand the game to any capacity, and then you're good. that's where you get the inverts, the ventures, the so on and so forth of people coming in. And that's not to say like the people who are that like I'm getting into game changers at 16, I'm Ascendant 1 who want me is a bad thing. It's just to those who want to be competitive players and get into that upper echelon, like we're seeing more of those get good to grind and I'll get you in here kind of deal.
Yeah.
Something you brought up about think about Invert and Venture. They were both tier 3 players before they played GCA. So I think it's also like who you're around while you're like getting up in the scene and like in Valorant kind of solidifies who you will be as a player in the future. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I
Like,
get what you mean.
I don't think it's always set in stone, but it's always gonna be like you kind of plateau when you join GC, I think.
Yeah, I think I've definitely improved during my time in GC, and some of that from a team play perspective is like very true. Like shout out Abby 2K and Abix. They've like taught me 90% of what I know about this game from a baseline level. But that was also like through collegiate. That wasn't through game changers. They got me involved in game changers, but I played with them in collegiate. So that's where I can learn a lot like from them. And just a lot of losing, the whole like losing is learning thing. But you're not really like pushing yourself against the best of the best all the time. Like you are in tier 3. Like I'm not going and spamming Mr. Funhavers or spamming like tier 3 tournament number 47.
Or even playing ranked.
Yeah, even playing ranked, but I'm saying like you'll have the ranked player who's like coping really hard in game changers, but they hit that like Ascendant 1 ranked requirement and they're like coasting.
Yeah.
So you allow yourself to plateau. Whereas if you start with like I'm gonna play tier 3 with the hopes to go to tier 2,
or I'm gonna hit like a Mortal 3 raid,
you're shooting for much higher off the get-go because that level of like that standard of play is already much higher as opposed to game changers. And that's not to be like, oh, game changers is like easy, because there's still like Ascendant players who don't play that much ranked and are good at the game. But like I don't know.
I have a quote for this. You pull up my Twitter real quick.
Oh, I'm scared.
I also think it's like I can use a good analogy. Like so like you're like lifting weights and you hit a VR level at like I don't know, like 25 or whatever. You try lifting
look at my quote. Look at my bio.
Easier,
my bio.
Dang.
Okay.
Dang.
I think that kind of fit. But
that's true.
I do think part of it. I do agree. I think both are true. Like people are definitely grinding more before getting into GC, which I think is part of it. I do think that's part of it. I agree. It's a good thing because like
a good thing.
People, I know we talked about Secret and like ZNG. ZNG is a coach who like enforces like ranked games per week.
Yes. Yeah.
And I do think that's like people might like laugh at it and whatever. Like obviously like for people who have like JOBs and like college and whatever, like it definitely can vary. But I've always kind of been on that mindset where it's like if you want it bad enough, you should be willing to like work, like fit it in where you can,
it's the you gotta want it, because like and this is where I've definitely found myself being guilty of like not maybe wanting it as bad, where I'm like before I graduated college, I was running an esports org for free, right, with 2,000 people involved from a student level. I came home after I got out of classes, had stuff of that like throughout the day, went to work, came home, had scrims, and by that point it's like 10 p.m. and I haven't eaten. So I'm like, it's stuff like that where I hit my team with, I'll do it where I can. I won't promise you that it's every day.
Well, I do think
there's stuff like that where it's truly beyond like, and I'm not gonna say like it was impossible for me, right? Like there's definitely a level of like I could have done better in certain situations, but there are certain people who like, yeah, it really isn't that possible for them, and that's okay. Like it happens.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Sometimes life gets in the way, but like I think it to be a competitor in like to have the opportunity to compete is a very privileged thing in its own right.
Mm-hmm. True. But fairs.
if you want to be a competitor, you have to put in the work, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the ranked games per week, the
Scrimming,
I don't know.
productive
But
scrims.
like the productive scrims is also like a big thing because like there were times where I'd play 3 to 4 scrims a night, and I'm like I could have played ranked for 2 of these scrims, and I would have probably felt better, or I felt like I would have
Yeah.
gotten better.
More out of it.
Yeah.
I think it's partially
For sure.
like I think I do agree with obviously life comes before like competition. But I think for a lot of people who it's like you have the time, it's like sometimes just only playing scrims isn't enough. Especially because I do think people have like unhealthy approaches to scrims sometimes. Personally, at least like from what I've heard, and like obviously when I would like trial around as like a player or a coach and whatnot, like people kind of you either get people who approach scrims like I need to like a lot of like results based analysis where it's like I need to win this scrim to feel like I did good today, or you just get the people where it's like, it's not official, so I'm kind of just gonna goof around. I'm not gonna take it seriously. Like I think there's like a level to it. It's like, for one, you don't need to win. You don't need to win every scrim, personally.
Yeah.
Just because. Like, if you're tryharding in every scrim, you're not gonna actually iron out your issues. Because it's like you're just constantly like, I'm gonna run this strat because I want to win. Like sometimes, like you just gotta run the same strat a few times if you're ass at it. Like that's what scrims are for.
Yeah.
But I also think it's like people just goof around in scrims. Like I think it's important. It's important and it's healthy to have fun with what you do.
Mhm.
Because if you're only doing it and you forget to have fun, like it becomes more of like a job and like something you dread. Like you gotta enjoy it. You gotta enjoy like playing. But I do think in scrims like you kind of gotta try at least a little bit because it's like if you're just gonna show up to scrims and be like, well, I'm gonna do this play that I'm never gonna fucking do in an official. Like I'm gonna double omen TP into their spot and take a random duel on a timing.
Or just swing A main and stuff for like 4 rounds in a row.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna swing through this one way and just see what happens. Like I do think there's a bit of like limit testing involved, but it's like if you're just doing shit that you're never gonna do in an official, just because you're like trolling and you're not taking it seriously, like kind of are just better off not scrimming or like just perma doing server or whatever. I don't think GC teams do server enough either. I think server is pretty important. IMO.
Yeah. No, you said it. I mean, we kind of went on a very big side tangent, but I
bad.
Yeah, it's all good.
That's actually my fault.
It's always we do what we're set out to accomplish, and then it's like always we do what we want to accomplish, and then we'll like wrap things up, and then we'll hit like
then we
the
think
big
about it
old,
for a
like,
second, and we're like,
and we
wait,
get philosophical about how like we could fix everything in game changes if we just change our mindsets.
We can be the change.
We can be the change.
But it's also true. Like sometimes all you just need is a mindset change.
Big Rouge has spoken. Everyone bow down.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
Yes.
Cut the damn episode.
Yes, Rouge went through. All right, bro. All right. Hey, nonetheless, conversations aside, we ranked. We ranked everyone. I'm excited to see what happens in how many hours?
A few hours.
15 hours.
We did
15 hours on the dot, actually.
We did the rankers no Kane's era.
Oh, good heavens.
Oh, thank God.
We did that.
I guess we're gonna see if we're gonna change our podcast name next week.
Oh my God, you're right.
We'll see.
Partially grouped.
Partially grouped. 1/4. It's either 1/4 grouped or 3/4 grouped. But you'll find out next week. Thank you so much, you guys, for
like and subscribe.
All right, bro.
Like and subscribe and join our Discord.
Hit that notification bell.
All right, bro. Yes, join the Discord. I will be putting the Discord in the description. Bang. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. Yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Everyone sleep, rest up, get good food. Charge your mouse, charge your headset, and make sure your mouse pad is clean.
If you're in my group, don't charge your mouse.
If you're in my group, don't drink water the whole day. Don't eat. Forget to charge your mouse.
Jesus.
All right, peace out.
No sunlight.
No sunlight. No sunlight. All right, Cloudsy's gone. Peace out. Goodbye.